Hello, Veronica.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
It's all good. Thank you for asking. How was your weekend?
Excuse me?
How was your weekend? Saturday and Sunday. Was it good?
Yes, I had
You have
connection
what?
problems. I had connection problems the last week.
Oh, okay, okay. But I hope it's better now. Okay. What about Patricia? How are you? How's it going? Hi, Patricia. How
Hi,
are you?
teacher. I'm okay, thanks. I'm
Okay.
sick.
You're sick.
Yes.
You have the flu or what?
No sé cómo se dice gripe.
The flu.
Sí.
Uh, in the chat. The flu. That's how you say gripe.
Flu.
The flu. Yeah.
Yeah, the flu.
Okay, I hope you feel
Yes.
better. Okay. Espero que mejore. I hope you
Thank you, teacher.
yeah. That's how you can say it too. I hope you feel better. Oh, feel. Like that. I hope you feel better.
Thank you, teacher.
All right. Hello, Gerardo. How are you?
Hello, teacher. Fine, thanks.
Okay, that's good to know. Welcome, Catherine. How are you?
Hello, teacher. How are you? I'm fine.
Okay, good for you. I'm also good, thank you.
Okay.
All right, so, okay, welcome all of you. Last class we studied there is and there are, and now we'll try to join that class with some and any. Okay, usually these two topics are connected. There is, there are, some and any, and that's basically today's topic. This is class number 5, and we will study some and any. We call these quantifiers. We have more, but today we'll study those two, connecting them with there is and there are. Let us get started. Okay, let's see. Okay. To begin with, we will take a look at what okay, let's take a look at what countable and uncountable nouns are. Let us see. Veronica, help me please read what countable nouns are.
Nouns that we can count are countable.
Okay, nouns that we can count. Count is going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting. So the nouns that we can count, we call them countable. For example, Veronica.
1 book, 2 books, and 3 books.
Exactly. They are countable. You can go from 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. You continue counting. So we call them countable. Another example of countable nouns. Gerardo, help me please with this one.
One pen, two pens,
Sure.
3 pens.
Exactly, right? They are countable. Again, you can count them. And basically the notion of countable and uncountable has to do with the singular and the plural form. Okay, a noun is uncountable when it only has a singular form. A noun is countable when it has both a a singular, and a plural form. Let's look at some the contrast. Catherine, help me please with this one.
Nouns that we cannot count are uncountable.
Okay, there are other nouns that we cannot count. Do you know any examples, Catherine, of uncountable nouns?
Like a soap,
Sorry?
soap, sopa,
Oh, yeah, soup. Yeah, you say soup.
soup, rice.
Yeah. Rice. Now we have, let me share this. We have two different words. Okay, we have soap. We have soap and soup. Okay. Do you know what soap is, Catherine?
Jabón.
And soup is,
Sopa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
so that's the difference exactly. Okay, soap, jabón. Soup, sopa.
Okay.
Okay. So as you were saying, soup, rice, and we have some other examples here. Help me please, Catherine.
Water, milk, sugar.
Okay. Can you count water, milk, and sugar?
I can only if I want to glass
Glass.
vasos.
Yeah, exactly. You can count the containers. It can be glasses, bottles, okay? Any type of recipient, container. But water, milk, and sugar itself, you cannot count it. Right? And they don't have plural forms either. Okay, that's basically what countable and uncountable are. Okay, uncountable nouns, they don't have plural forms. Let's see. Patricia, I'm pleased with, oh, I already showed it. Okay, you will help me classify countable and uncountable nouns.
Yes. I read this.
Yeah, help me read it and then you classify these nouns, egg, cheese, girl, pencil, in countable and uncountable.
Okay. Put the nouns in the right column. Countable sería cat,
Cat,
girl,
yeah, girl,
pencil,
also,
eggs,
two, mhm,
jacket,
yep,
only.
all right. What about uncountable?
Uncountable, cheese, butter, oil, salt, juice, meat.
Exactly.
Uncountable, school.
School is countable or uncountable?
Countable.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Good job, right? That's basically it. Countable nouns, egg, girl, jacket, cat, pencil, school. Uncountable, cheese, butter, oil, salt, juice, meat. Okay, so again, the notion of what is countable and uncountable has to do with the plural form. All these nouns, egg, girl, jacket, cat, pencil, school, they have plural forms. You can have eggs, girls, jackets, cats. You add S, and that makes it plural. They have plural forms, pencils, schools. But uncountable nouns, they don't have, right? They do not have a plural form. You cannot say cheeses, no. Butters, no. Oils, neither. So we don't have plural forms. That's why we cannot count them. Now let's try to connect this with the topic that's some, any, and at. In English, these ones we call them quantifiers. Okay, we use them to quantify nouns, to talk about quantity. Let's try to learn how to use some and any and review the use of at and an. Let us see. Valeria, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, that's good to know. Can you please help me read some examples here?
Okay. You have some cheese and apples. He has some cheese and apple.
Okay, so here, Veronica, we can say that we use some for the. What does this check mean?
La verdad estoy un poquito perdida.
Okay, affirmative, right? We have affirmatives, negatives, and questions. Okay, so far we can say that we use some for affirmatives. Also, Valeria, we can say that we use some for uncountable and
Los contables.
yeah, countable and uncountable, the two. Okay, that is what we can say so far. We use some for affirmatives with countable and uncountable. Okay, let's see. Veronica, how it goes now with the negative?
You don't have a, he doesn't have any.
Any rice?
Any rice, any eggs.
Okay, so in this case, we can say, Veronica, that we use any with
Negative.
the negatives, which is different from some, right? We use some for affirmatives, but any for negatives. And we use, oh, in a sec. Okay, and we use any with uncountable and
Countables.
countables too. Okay. So far, some and any have two things in common. We use both for uncountable and countable nouns, but what changes is the structure. Some for positive or affirmative, any for negative. What about the next one? Gerardo, help me now with the question form.
Do you have any juice? And grapes?
Grapes.
Grapes. Does he any juice? Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Does he have any juice?
Exactly, right? So we can say, Gerardo, that we use any for
Sorry?
we use any for questions, right?
Questions. Mm.
And the same with uncountable and countable nouns. Okay,
Okay. Uncountables?
exactly. And countable.
Uncountables.
So we can say uncountable, cheese, rice, and juice. We can't count them. They are uncountable. Then you have apples, eggs, and grapes. Those ones, you can't count them, right? You can have 5 apples, 6 eggs, 11 grapes. Let's try to look at some examples of them. Valeria, Raise your hand.
Sí, me quedó una duda. Entonces, el some nunca lo vamos a usar para hacer preguntas, solo any.
Some sí se utiliza para preguntas, pero exclusivamente cuando se está ofreciendo comida, como do you want some ice cream? Do you want some water? Do you need some juice? Do you need some food? En esos casos sí, solo cuando se ofrece algo. ¿Ok? Luego, ese es el único. Luego para preguntas como que, hay un poco de who. Is there any juice? ¿Ok? Tienes un poco de arroz. Do you have any rice? ¿Ok? Tienes un poco de queso. Do you have any cheese? We use any for questions and for negatives. Some we use it for affirmatives. La única excepción es cuando, como le digo, cuando se ofrece comida. ¿Ok? ¿Es it clear?
Sí, gracias.
Ok. Entonces utilizamos some para. We use some for. Valeria?
Affirmative.
Affirmatives and questions if you are offering food.
Okay.
And any?
For negative and questions.
For negatives and questions. Good job. Let's look at this more closely. I'm sure it will be easier to be understood. Okay, Patricia, you
Yeah.
are Patty, right?
Sí.
Yeah, it was difficult to know.
No, Pati o Patricia.
Yeah, I know now. Yeah, because the other classes, your name said Patty, and yeah, because
Y
you
na-
did, and now you have a picture too. Hay una foto, entonces
Yes.
ya estaba pensando que era alguien más. But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Help me please with these ones.
There is some ice cream. There is an apple or banana. There are some apples.
Okay, so in this case, Patty, ice cream is countable or uncountable?
Uncountable.
Okay, is it singular or plural?
Singular.
It's singular, right? That's why it is uncountable. So
Yes.
we use some, okay?
Some.
Exactly. We use some for uncountable nouns. Okay? And for singular too. But what happens with the other example? But we have there are some apples. In this case, apples are countable or uncountable?
Is countable.
It's countable, right? And it is
Yes.
plural too.
Plural. Yes.
And we also use,
Excuse me.
we also use some.
Some.
Exactly. So far we can say that we use some for both plural and singular, and for both countable and uncountable. So what is it that makes the difference? ¿Cuál es la clave aquí? Okay. Si utilizamos son para plurales, para singulares, para contables y no contables. A and an. Ok, esto es lo único que debemos tener en mente a la hora de hablar de cantidades. What happens in the case of a and an, Pati? Is apple and banana singular or plural?
Is singular.
Singular,
In
right?
this
Mhm.
in this case, I can use N or E.
In a, exactly, an or a. For singular. Okay, that's the key here. Right. Okay, no vamos a utilizar some para cuando hablamos de un singular, de un solo objeto. Ok. Para esos casos utilizamos a, and a. Cuando hablamos de Un solo que. ¿Ok? Sustantivo singular. Okay, there is an apple. Let us see. Okay, let's have Oscar. Hello,
Hello, teacher.
how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, it's good to know. So tell me, Oscar, what is the difference between an and a?
Es que no lo puedo explicar en inglés, pero entiendo que ocupamos an cuando el nombre del singular comienza con una vocal, ocupamos an. Y cuando no, ocupamos a.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah, good explanation, right? We use an when the following word begins with a vowel. Cuando la palabra que le sigue inicia con el sonido de una vocal. And we use a when the following word begins with a consonant, una consonante. Okay? An apple, an orange, an umbrella, a car, a cell phone, a chair, a computer. Okay? So this is the key, right? We use a and a for singular countable nouns. Okay? Only
Okay.
for that. And a singular countable. Okay, and then we use some for plural.
Profe, perdón que le interrumpa,
Hi.
pero ¿verdad que an era también para utilizar con profesiones? Me
Yeah,
equivoco,
you
es
can,
a,
yeah,
o es a. Es que ya no me acuerdo.
son ambos, ok, depende como le decía de con qué palabra inicia la palabra que, es decir, el
Bien.
sustantivo que está describiendo, por ejemplo, I am a teacher, right? I am a doctor. You are a nurse, okay? You are what?
O sea que siempre importa, depende si es vocal o no.
Yes, exactly, right?
Oh, yo había entendido mal.
Al final, las ocupaciones o las profesiones siempre son sustantivos. Entonces, nos basamos en la misma regla. And, para cuando empiezan con una vocal, y a cuando empiezan con consonante. Damos unos ejemplos de eso para estar claros. Okay. Okay, you say a doctor. Okay, you say a nurse. Okay, a pilot. A police officer. Oh. Okay, a police officer. Todos estos casos, la palabra que le continúa, la palabra que sigue, inicia con el sonido de una consonante. The P sound and the police officer. Those are sounds, okay, the consonant sounds. It happens different when you have a vowel sound, like when you say an umbrella, okay, an office, an orange, an apple, okay? That's basically the difference. Let's see. Igual con el nombre de las profesiones. ¿Alguna profesión que empiece con vocal? Does anybody know one?
Artist.
Artist, exactly, thank you, an artist. Okay. I am an artist. Y esa es la diferencia, ¿verdad? Con qué sonido inicia la palabra que sigue. ¿Con el sonido de una vocal o de una consonante? ¿Por qué decimos el sonido? Porque luego hay palabras como ¿ok? A university. En este caso no se utiliza an, a pesar de que la palabra inicia con vocal. Inicia con vocal, pero no con el sonido de una vocal. Entonces esto se trata de sonidos. Y el objetivo es que suene fluido, ¿verdad? Entonces, university inicia con el sonido de una consonante. El sonido de la consonante Y. Yeah. And when you say yes, when you say yogurt, es el sonido de una consonante. A university. En ese caso, por eso decimos el sonido. Ok. Let us continue. All right. So we were with this. Okay, let's see. David, what happens now in the case of questions? What's the difference from sentences, affirmative sentences, and questions?
The order of the sentences.
Okay.
Verbo to be al principio.
Okay, the verb to be goes at the beginning. So you switch. You have affirmative, there is. Question, is there? Okay. Anything else or just that? Is there any other difference? ¿Algún otro cambio? David?
Teacher,
Yeah, Oscar, tell me.
se sustituye el any, el some por el any.
Exactly. Okay. Some
Yeah.
for affirmatives, but for negatives we use any. Okay. Is there any ice cream? Are there any oranges? And let's see, Oscar, ice cream is singular or plural?
It's plural.
Ice cream, plural.
Yeah, plural.
It is singular, okay? You're talking about just one ice cream. And it's not plural because we cannot count it. Y no es plural porque no podemos contar el helado.
Okay, okay.
Mhm. You cannot count it. You cannot say 2 ice creams. No. Right.
Mhm.
You can say like 2 bowls of ice cream, que 2 bolas de helado, pero ahí está contando bolas, okay? Sustantivo bolas, no helado. 2 bowls of ice cream. Okay.
Yeah,
is-
I see two ball.
Yeah. Valeria, tell me. You raise your hand.
Sí, en el caso que acaba de mencionar usted de lo que no se pueden contar helados, por ejemplo, si digamos fuera una sorbetería y quisiera pedir 2 sorbetes o 2 helados, en inglés, ¿cómo sería si no se puede hacer en plural?
You count the cones, okay? Let me look for the exact word. I don't want to. Yeah, you count the cones in that case. You can say, I want 2 ice cream cones. Conos, en ese caso se cuentan los conos. Así lo puede pedir. Okay. I want 2 ice cream cones. Okay.
Ah, ya sí entendí.
All right. Entonces, eso es la alternativa. Contar siempre los recipientes. En el mismo caso con el agua. No decimos 2 aguas, ¿no? 2 botellas. 2 bottles of water. 2 loaves of bread. Okay. 2 slices of cheese. Rebanadas de queso. Contamos las rebanadas de queso, no el queso. Se cuentan los contenedores del agua, los contenedores de la leche. Lo mismo con el azúcar. Si el arroz viene empacado, se cuentan los paquetes o las bolsas, es decir, los contenedores. En estos casos es lo que se hace cuando tenemos uncountable nouns, nombres que no se pueden contar, contamos sus contenedores o los paquetes en los que vienen envueltos, bolsas, vasos, cualquier objeto que los contenga. Let's see, como la margarine, que es la margarina. Margarine. Okay, we cannot count margarine, but you can say 2 tubes. Okay, 2 tubes of margarine. Okay, 2 tubes of margarine, or 2 bars, como 2 barras. Okay. Igual en ese caso se cuentan las barras, el paquete. Yeah, that's basically it. Is it clear, Valeria?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we have questions, right? Is there any ice cream? Is there, and as you can see, when you talk about singular, apple, banana, we always use an and a. Is there an apple? Is there a banana? Singular forms. So if you use singular forms, you need to use a and an. Is there an umbrella? Is there a what? An apple, a tomato, an onion, any type of singular noun that can be countable. Okay. Utilizamos a and an para sustantivos singulares contables. Ok, porque luego hay sustantivos singulares como en el caso del helado. Okay. El sustantivo es singular como tal, porque no tiene una forma plural, pero no podemos decir, is there a ice cream? No, porque se está suponiendo que se puede contar, y lo cual no es el caso. El helado no se puede contar. Entonces, no podemos decir, is there an ice cream? Is there a butter? Is there a sugar? No, right? That's wrong. Is there any ice cream? Is there any sugar? Is there any butter? Let's look at, so we have some vocabulary here. Okay, que hay un vocabulario sobre diferentes tipos de frutas, vegetales, bebidas y comida en general. La presentación siempre se comparte, así que pueden estudiar esto luego si gustan. Okay, let us see. Kenya, help me please read the examples of questions and negatives.
Excuse me, teacher. Fíjese, me
Yeah.
dice tiene problemas de conexión ahorita, dice.
Sorry?
Tiene problemas de conexión ahorita. Si quiere, le digo yo o no sé.
Oh, que tengo problemas de conexión.
Sí, ella.
Ah, Kenya. Or who?
Sí. No, ella. Si
Ah,
quiere,
okay. Ah, okay, thank you. Pensé que estaba diciendo que yo tenía problemas.
Ah, no.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Do you have any? A-N. Yes, I have some. A-N. No, I don't have any. A-N. Is there any? A-N. Are there any? Plural.
Okay. So what you're seeing here basically is the structure of a question, right? And the structure of negative sentences. Okay, you can use any in the same way as a or an. We use any for singular. We use any for plural too. Okay, any for singular uncountable nouns. Any water, any sugar, any butter. We use a and an for singular and countable nouns. A car, an apple, an umbrella. And yeah, the same with yes or no questions. Is there any? Are there any? In this case, it is plural because we're using are. Okay? You're talking about a plural noun. Let's try to put this into practice. I'm sure that with some examples and some exercises, it will be easier to get the idea of what any and some are different. So let us see. Catherine, it says write positive or negative sentences with a, and, some, or any. Help me please with the first one. We can use there is and there are. There is a, there is an, there is some, there isn't any.
Um,
In the case of meat, say there is or there are.
there is there is any meat.
Okay. Do we use any for affirmative sentences or some?
I don't understand it.
Yeah, any. We use it for affirmative, negative, or questions. Any.
Ah, ok, ok. Ya, ya, ya.
Okay.
O sea, hago una oración en negativo y en positivo y en pregunta. Con meat.
Vamos a hacer una oración en ya sea negativa o positiva, dependiendo de lo que hay en la imagen. Okay. En este caso habla de meat. Cat. Okay. So there is some or any.
Me confundo demasiado con esto.
Okay, let's do the example. There is
There is some algo, así como
un poco, okay. Algo de
poco.
carne o un poco de carne. Okay. Meat is countable or uncountable, Catherine?
Uncountable.
Uncountable. We cannot count it, right? No. You can say that you have like two. Yeah, we cannot count meat. You cannot say two meats, no. So we use some, okay?
Okay.
Any, we use it for negative and for questions. Okay, thank you. Let's see.
Okay.
Patty, what about a pineapple?
In negative or positive?
Okay, it depends on the images here. ¿Hay una piña o no?
There is a pineapple.
There is a pineapple, yes, right. And we do have one, right? One pineapple. And is it countable or uncountable?
It's countable.
Yes, right. It's countable. All right. And let's see. Gerardo, what about onions?
There are some onions.
There are some onions. Okay. Let's see. In this case, it says there aren't any onions. Okay. Probablemente porque solo hay una. Okay, pero puede decir there are some onions. Okay. Again, it depends on if you have more. Depende si es plural o singular. Ok, en este caso se puede decir there is an onion. Hay una cebolla. There aren't any onions. No hay ninguna. There are some onions. Hay unas cebollas. Hay unas cuantas. Okay, let's see. What about Oscar? What about cottage cheese?
There isn't any cottage cheese.
Okay, what about this one?
I don't know, sir.
What is this one? Is it cheese or not?
Yo veo queso.
Yeah, so
Uh,
but you tell me there isn't any cottage cheese.
Oh, yeah.
So,
There is any cottage cheese.
is any or there is some?
Some,
Okay. Why?
porque solo hay uno, se puede contar.
Some, no, right? Can you count cheese? Can you count cheese?
Yeah, yes.
No, we can't, right? We cannot count cheese. You cannot say 2 cheeses or 3 cheeses, right? Que eso no es contable, right? We cannot
Okay.
say 3 cheeses. Okay.
Okay.
So in this case, we say there is some.
There is some cottage cheese.
There is some. Okay. Hay un poco de queso cottage. Right? There is some cottage cheese. De nuevo, utilizamos some porque estamos utilizando una oración afirmativa. Básicamente eso es todo. Oscar, any we use it for negatives and what else? Negatives and
Positive.
questions.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Question.
In positives, we use some.
Some.
Exactly. Okay. Let us see. Valeria, what about biscuits?
There is any biscuit.
There is any biscuits. Okay. Biscuits is plural or singular.
Pues tiene la S.
It's plural.
Podría ser plural. Ujú.
It is, right? Yes, it is. So you say there is or there are?
There are
There are?
any biscuit.
Okay. There are any biscuits. Entonces, biscuits, do you know the meaning of biscuits?
Vendría siendo como bollería, como, no sé, como postres o algo así, ¿verdad?
Ya, como bizcochos o dependiendo del lugar, podrían ser hasta como galletas. So, are there biscuits here in the fridge?
Pues yo no miro ninguna.
So, how do you tell me? 0. ¿Cómo me dice que no hay?
Sí, por eso pensé yo en que se usa any.
Yeah, you use any. That's true. There,
There are any.
okay. There are or there aren't.
Ay, Dios mío, hoy sí me siento confundida.
We need to use the negative form, right? Not. Remember, if you make a negative, you need to use not. Let's see here, right? No, I don't have it. But yeah, you need to use not. That's negative form. That's why we're trying to practice here. In this case, you say there are not any biscuits. Okay.
Pero en el ejemplo que acaba de pasar usted, en la, creo que 2 anteriores que dio el ejemplo, salía el there are any. Entonces yo pensé que por llevar el any no se necesitaba usar el there are not.
¿En cuál ejemplo?
2 anteriores que dio, creo que
Okay.
fue.
Give me,
No, sí, en la que acaba de pasar, que dice, pero es pregunta, creo.
yeah, it's a question. Exactly. That's what happens. You use any for negatives and for questions. Okay.
O sea, si es pregunta, no necesitamos usar el en, solo si es como como negando que no hay.
Exacto. Para negativos y para preguntas se usa any. Como en este caso. Are there any apples? Is there an apple? Is there some ice cream? Or any ice cream, sorry. Is there any ice cream? Entonces, para preguntas, y para negativos se utiliza any. Okay. Some es solo para afirmativos. ¿Ok?
Vaya, es que sigo confundido.
All right.
Como la respuesta correcta sería there aren't any biscuit.
Exactly.
Pero en el caso que fuera una pregunta, tendría que ser are there.
Are there? Exactly.
Ah,
Any
ya.
biscuits? Mhm. Are there any biscuits? Exactly. Questions and negatives. There you go. Okay, let's see. David, what about fish?
There isn't any fish.
Good job. There isn't any fish.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay, there is not. En la forma negativa, there is not. Solo se le agrega not. There is not any fish. There isn't any fish. Okay. In this case, David, fish is countable or uncountable?
Countable.
It's countable.
Sí.
Okay. But this is when the notion, right? This is what I was explaining to you. La noción de lo que es contable y lo que no. Nos referimos a su forma plural. Fish, fish tiene forma plural.
No, apples uncountable.
Okay. Fish,
Okay.
it doesn't have a plural form, right? It's
Ujú.
la forma plural de fish es también fish.
Es la misma. Entonces
Ya.
puede ser. Ajá.
Exactly. Entonces, hay que tener cuidado con el caso del fish. Need to be careful. Right?
Ok.
Si se quiere referir a la forma plural de fish, también tiene que ser cuidadoso. Podría decir, there aren't any fish.
Any fish, sí.
Y referirse a más, a varios, pero no es necesario. ¿Ok? There isn't any fish, es lo mismo. No es común
Ok.
decir, there aren't any fish. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
There you go. Let us see. Gerardo, what about grapes?
There are some grapes.
Good job. There are some grapes. Exactly. Grapes, Gerardo, is singular or plural?
Is plural.
So we use some.
Countable.
Exactly. And we use some. And the sentence is affirmative. Oh, we already showed it. Okay, let's see the next one for Patty. What about lemonade?
There isn't any lemonade.
Okay. There isn't any lemonade. Exactly right. In this case, we don't have lemonade. No hay. Nada. So we use any. It's a negative. So remember, right? We use some for positive, any for negatives and questions. And the last one, right? There is some ice cream. We have it here. We have ice cream, so we can say there is some ice cream. Let us try now to make some questions. In this case, it says, make questions and short answers. You have the examples here. Are there any? Or is there any? Depending on the subject, if it is singular or plural. Okay, is there any and a or an? In this case, you can use a or an too, right? It depends on the subject, singular or plural. Let's see, Oscar, what about eggs? Try to make a question using eggs.
Are there any eggs?
Good job. Are there any eggs? And the question is, the answer, sorry, yes?
Yes, there are.
That's a short answer. Good job. All right.
Okay.
Are there any eggs? Again, we use any in questions. And with either countable or uncountable. In this case, Oscar, X is countable or uncountable?
Countable.
Yeah, right. Good job. We use any for countable. We also use any for uncountable. We use any for plural. We use any for singular. And we'll see. Let's see now with the case of Veronica. What about yogurt?
Are there a yogurt?
Okay, yogurt is plural or singular? Is it
Singular.
countable? So do we use are there or is there?
If yes. Entonces sería, is there a yogurt?
Okay, is there any yogurt? Why any? Verónica?
¿Por qué pregunta?
Because it's a question. And más importante aún, porque yogurt no es contable. Okay. Can you count yogurt? ¿Puede contar el yogurt?
No.
No, right? Puede contar los contenedores, botellas. Eso es otro nombre. Entonces, más importante es que utilizamos any porque yogurt es uncountable. Okay. Porque también en preguntas podemos utilizar a and an. Right? La diferencia va a ser si son nombres contables o no contables. Por ejemplo, is there a pencil here? Hay un lápiz aquí. Is there a cat in my room? Hay un gato en mi cuarto. Me pregunta. Is there an apple in the fridge? ¿Hay una manzana en la refrigeradora? Una pregunta. Entonces, más bien depende de si son contables o no contables. Okay. What about the case of Valeria? What about a melon?
Sería, is there any, no. Is there a melon?
Exactly.
No, there isn't.
Good job, right? Good job. Is there a melon? Why do you use a?
Because it's just one.
It's just one, exactly, right? And it is countable. Melon is countable. Good job. Okay, let's see. Let's have David. What about jam?
Is there any jam?
Is there any jam? Okay. Good job. Is
Yes,
there
there is.
is there any jam? Okay. Again, why do we use any, David? Why any and not a or an?
Is question and uncountable.
Jam is uncountable. Okay, esa es la clave.
Okay.
Recuerden que some and any se utiliza tanto para singulares como para plurales. Okay. Que some se utiliza tanto para countable or uncountable. Okay. Any, ahí es la clave. Any solo se utiliza para uncountable.
Okay.
Y plurales. Y sobre todo lo más importante es saber que a and an se utiliza para singulares contables. Entonces, lo más importante es no decir aquí, is there a jam? No, porque a se utiliza nada más con contables, singulares. Jam es singular, sí, pero no es contable. So, is there any jam?
Entonces en anterior se podría decir, is there a two melons? Is there a, are there two melons?
Exactly. Are there
Or
two melons?
Two melons?
Are there
Okay.
3? Are there some? In that case, if you want, like, do you want, if you are offering food, you can say, do you want some melons? If you're offering food. En el caso de some, como lo repetía, podemos utilizarlo si estamos ofreciendo comida. Do you
Okay,
want
good.
some melons? Good job. Así que any, como les repito, se utiliza para no contables, para contables, en caso de jam, eggs, y para preguntas. ¿Ok? En preguntas, any se utilizan con singulares solamente con los que son no contables. Como jam, yogurt, ¿ok? Water. Pero en preguntas también podemos utilizar a y and para aquellos que son contables. Melon. Vemos aquí los dos ejemplos a la par. Is there a melon? Melon es contable, se utiliza a. Is there any jam? Ambas son preguntas. Cambia el hecho de que uno es contable y el otro no. Okay. Let's see now. Patty, what about butter?
Is there any butter?
Is there any butter? Exactly.
No, there isn't.
Good job. Is there any butter? No, there isn't. Exactly. And Valeria, the last one. Eggplants.
Are there some eggplants?
Okay, are there
Yes,
some
they-
eggplants or are there any eggplants? Remember, we use some only if you are offering food. Utilizamos
cierto.
some solo cuando se ofrece comida.
Sería entonces, are there any eggplants?
Exactly.
Mm,
Are there any eggplants? Yes, there are. ¿Sabe el significado de eggplants?
Berenjena.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. We'll stop the class here. Okay. La presentación la voy a compartir siempre. Pueden seguir trabajando en los ejercicios de la misma. Y recuerden, siempre está la plataforma. Okay. Tienen que ir avanzando progresivamente al lado de los contenidos. Así que por el momento sería la clase de hoy. Thanks for joining, everybody, and have a good night.
Good night, teacher.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye.
See you later.
Good night, teacher.
Okay,
Bye.
take care. Goodbye.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, see you later.